Hi and welcome back to the Tudor Lounge. We are at the Fritter Festival here in Whangarei. Love it here. We've got one of the fantastic bands that played here just about an hour ago. That is Ddub, and we've got principal songwriter and Ddub man, Derek Brown. You still go by Derek Brown?
Yep.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Yeah. And I just wasn't sure if you changed it or not. We go way back. We were just trying to work that out. A hell of a long way back. And new member Neil, who plays saxophone, trumpet, and beautifully. Firstly, if we can just sort of get into where Derek Brown started and where Ddub is now.
Well, a long time ago, very quickly, a few bands, Wellington, Wanganui, then went overseas, did a bit of music over in the States, and then came back, and I was a soloist for a while. I think that's when I met you.
Yeah.
And I was D.W. Brown, and I had an album, and toured around the country, had an old Falcon station wagon, and I bought a PA and just drove around on my own. I had a lady, but she's just stayed home all the time.
Yeah.
And then I got a bit bored with that, so I found a percussionist and a bass player, and then basically the band just grew from that. It took a long time to grow into Ddub. It took probably 5 years to turn into Ddub.
Right.
And then Ddub sort of spouted out about 2002, and went from there.
Yeah. And it's going pretty damn fine. I just heard you guys.
I mean, the band is probably the best it's ever been. It's got great energy. The guys all get on really well, which is really important for the band. And we don't play as much as we used to. We used to just overplay, tour our asses off.
Yeah.
I think we did 56 shows one year, and it kind of doesn't leave time for anything else.
Yeah.
Like you're on the road all the time. It's just, and when you're not signed, it's just a big kind of slog.
Yeah, it's a slog, man. Yeah. New Zealand's pretty harsh on you, and if you can cut it and break it in New Zealand, you can make it anywhere.
Well, I don't know. I think New Zealand's actually one of the easier places to do it, especially if you live here. Going overseas, you're far out. Australia.
You try Australia? It's hard. Yeah, I've tried in Australia too. Yeah, twice.
Different. They're quite hard. Australians are quite hard, eh?
Yeah, but they love rock, man. They love
their rock.
They love their rock, mate. They're rockers, So you come across with anything that's like not quite Barnesy. Right. And I get it, mate. I get it. But they are getting a bit of a taste of New Zealand now, and I think they're going to kind of swing around, and dare I say it, get a little bit more intelligent about their kind of choices of music. Although they have amazing songwriters. They know what rock is, what does it. Like stepping into the English music scene, mate, which is like so
really broad, eh?
Yeah, it's really broad. And you can just got everything to choose from, and everybody's into everything over there. Did you do a lot of your playing over there, of course?
Yeah, I was a classically trained trumpet player, but I had loads of opportunities where I could step into big bands, swing bands, everything from orchestras, and I had my pick. I could play pretty much with sort of amateur, professional orchestras, wind bands, and everything. But what was great for me as a musician was I was able to branch out and touch and try different areas. And so I joined a jazz funk fusion band back in the UK, big bands, a couple of those, did musical theatre, and you just pick up all these genres, and that's what makes you a particular kind of instrumentalist, And then you're able to merge with them, and you can be a chameleon.
Yes.
And that was really
Chameleon or comedian?
Both.
A bit of both. Yeah. No, I get you on the chameleon thing. You're right, and you
have to adapt.
Yeah.
You have to adapt.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're no use to anybody.
Yeah. So very quickly then, with all of that up your sleeve, why New Zealand?
I came over here.
You married a Kiwi girl.
Yeah, I did initially. And then
Stop it there while I go.
Stop
it there while I go. It's good, man.
So I came over here, and I mean, it was really difficult to tap into music because I found the music scene a lot smaller. In all honesty, so. But I found that at my level, I was able to get in at a certain level and got a fair amount of respect. Back in London, you're one of many.
Yeah, small fish in a big sea.
Absolutely, exactly.
Yeah, no, good on you.
And it was really good. And then from all of this, it just sort of word of mouth.
It's a pretty small. It's such a small country. Auckland's so small, really.
It is. Everyone's your neighbour.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's only 10 gigs there anyway.
There's only one trumpet player too. He's playing here for all the work.
So are you a little bit of a jump around player too, or you just stuck with Ddub now?
No, I definitely jump around.
Do you?
yeah.
So you're like us, one.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate.
But that's right, though. There probably is only, what did we have? Because Neil's been with the band how long?
5
5 or 6 months, something like that. Before that we had Hayden, and he was with the band about 4 years. But he went overseas, right? So I mean, I probably know most of the trumpet players that can play in a band like ours. And then there's only about 5, maybe 8.
Yeah, maybe Nathan Hayes.
Yeah. But I mean, you can't get players like that.
No,
It's not their thing. You know, Nathan Hayes won't do something like this. It's all about him. You know, and quite right.
Yeah, no, I get
He's
it.
made his own. He's made his own mark.
Yeah. No, I just dropped that name.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It is so small. To find a trumpet player that can do the gigs.
Well, any brass player or sax player.
They've got a job. They're solid. Good guy.
Yeah.
They play all the stuff in place, as you know, with musicians.
Yeah.
And then they've got to be able to play.
Yeah.
Like pretty much last, they've got to be able to play. For me,
everything else has got to
have all that stuff. They've got to gel.
Yeah.
Don't know how Neil did it.
You're hanging in there, mate. So getting into the music briefly, you said that it's kind of the best that it's been, and I hear that. I was sitting there thinking, how could it actually get any better?
Really?
Well, where would you take it? It's already pumping. It was pumping. It was solid. Everything was there. There wasn't another note you needed to put in to fill it up, or there was no spaces to fill.
Yeah.
There was nothing you needed to do any better.
It is almost twofold.
Yeah. No, it was good, man. I listened to the mix. You had a great mix. You're on the smallest table, mate. You had a hot mix. It was really good, and everything was well balanced. You know,
It's always hard to tell.
Oh, totally.
on the other side of the stage. Yeah. No, but you did say that the sound man at some stage, you know, was he happy? You know, he was down the back crying his eyes out, mate. You know, it was so good. So on to something else really briefly. I've looked at all of your videos, and you've done a lot of videos. I think 10 videos, good quality ones. 2 or 3 means that I want to hear backed, and the rest of them must have been. It was the independent music company, was it?
Yeah.
Film company.
Yeah.
That did a few.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool.
A few done.
So what we really recognised about your videos was they were real storytellers. So you were almost doing short films. You know, the ones in the boat going up to the lady with the flowers, and that was really cool. And she was changing the coast.
That's right. Yeah.
Good video. They were all actually really good. So we ascertained out of that we wondered if your videos supported your music or your music supported your videos. Which way do you reckon? Did you see that?
I think we've just been lucky with when you don't have a big budget. I think we've just been lucky and gelled with video directors. I mean, we pretty much say, "What do you think?"
You tell them what to do.
And a lot of it has just been on a shoestring, and you think of an idea, and we've just been, because at the time when you're doing them, you're like, I don't really think about the story or what it's going to be about, or actually, the music has been done, and that's as far as I go. Really.
Yeah. Well, here's a really interesting thing. Just because you mentioned that, the fact that you didn't really know what the video was going to tell us a story in relation to the lyric of the band, the music. So again, when we're thinking forward about making a video, are we thinking about the video being supportive of the musical track, which is ideally, that's the number one thing, right? It's the music. Sometimes when we're watching lots of videos, we go, the video is much more, not powerful, not better, but it's just taking you away from the music, and you're watching the picture and you're not listening to the music. And I think it's a fine line to get that balance, you know. And that's the brief I'd be giving the director and saying, hey man, this has just got to like be 50-50 with the music and the film. So like, let's not make it into an epic. Not saying it was, because you made great videos, man. They were really good. But I got taken away. I was rowing in the boat, man. I was going up the street, and I was doing all this stuff. And I go, what's the song about?
I don't know. I think it depends too on the people that are watching. Like some people are really visual.
Yeah.
Like my wife.
Yeah.
Visual as. Like everything is, 80% of her sensory perception is like.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, she's an artist, so it's all.
Sure.
And I'm like sonic.
Yeah.
I repeat phone numbers to myself. I hear it out and then I remember it. That kind of thing.
I know.
And I don't know, maybe it's
I don't know if it's a musician thing, you know, like for me as a musician, I'm not overly actually interested, like if you look at MTV or, you know, or whatever, I'm not actually that interested in the actual visual of it, like you say.
Yeah.
I'm actually more, personally, as a musician, I'm more interested about what's the song, what does it mean, what's it telling me, and what direction is that taking me, and the visual is just...
Yes.
Maybe they... I don't know, maybe...
We'll try this out.
Sometimes there are amazing videos of the songs. Pretty epic, you know, the video kind of carries it.
Well, this is exactly what we're talking about. It's just an interesting topic because a lot of kids out there, a lot of people out there are thinking about it and they want to go, I want to make a movie, man. But you know, the song gets left way behind, and the song is what bred the.
I think if you're going to be a musician, you have to be. Well, if you're going to be in a band, someone in the band needs to be a songwriter, or you need to have a person in the band that is a songwriter. They have to have a natural ability, and then hone that ability. Like,
they've got to own it though. They've got to absolutely own that. I think everybody in the band needs to own their section as well. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, you know, like you own the band, songwriting, you get gigs, get us contracted. We come in, we do our job, we know what we're going to do. And I think that's a really important aspect.
All right. I've been cued that we're just talking forever, but you know, I can just keep on going.
You're like a stage manager, right?
Isn't it? The hook's going to come out soon, mate. It ain't going to go around your neck. It's going to go around my neck, mate.
The one editing it.
Right. I'd just like to rave because that just brought up so many other things that I could think about talking about, but we've got to cut it here and get back to the onstage stuff. Cool, man. Thanks for coming in, Derek and Neil.
Absolutely.
Excellent, man. Good to see you again. Hope to see you again.
Pleasure to meet you.
Good on you, man. That's us out from Fritter Festival 2014.
Cheers.
Thank you to the Fritter Festival. Fritter Festival Rock. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Grant.
Cheers.